Hey, do you know how your animated eyes actually see the bright colors of my pink outfit? Light bounces off things and hits specialized receptors in our retina called cones. They send that bouncing light into tiny electrical impulses instantly. These signals race down your optic nerve straight to the brain, which acts like a computer processing the data. Exactly! We only have 3 types of color cones: red, green, and blue. When you look at these yellow flowers behind us, your red and green cones fire together to trick your brain into seeing yellow. So your brain is basically creating an internal masterpiece every single second. Pretty amazing, right? But wait, there's more. Since we have 2 eyes, each one actually sees a slightly different picture. Both eyes send them into one single image with depth. That's how we see the world in 3D. This magical trick is called stereopsis. Your brain acts like a computer, blending those 2 flat images together in an instant. Which is exactly how you can tell how close or far away things are. Gives us incredible depth perception. But did you know your eyes also have a hidden blind spot? It's a tiny area on your retina where there are no light receptors at all. It's where your optic nerve meets the eye. Isn't the human body amazing? Keep exploring with us.
The journey of light. Every color you see is actually a specific wavelength of light bouncing off an object. For example, when you see a pink outfit or a yellow flower, it's because the surface of that object absorbed all other wavelengths of light and reflected only the pink or yellow light back into your eyes. This bouncing light enters your eye through the pupil, passes through the lens, which focuses it, and hits the very back wall of your eye, a sensitive layer called the retina. The retina's secret rods and cones. The retina acts like the digital sensor of a camera. It is packed with millions of tiny light-sensitive cells called photoreceptors. These cells take the physical energy of light and convert it into data your body can read. There are 2 main types of photoreceptors in your eye. Rods, highly sensitive to low levels of light. They help you navigate in a dark room and detect basic shapes or movement, but they cannot perceive color. Cones, the stars of color vision. Cones require brighter light to function and are responsible for capturing all the vivid hues, sharp details, and rich colors of the world. The RGB trick, how we mix colors. Humans have trichromatic vision. Surprisingly, our eyes do not have a unique receptor for every single color in the rainbow. Instead, we only have 3 types of color cones. Red cones, sensitive to long wavelengths. Green cones, sensitive to medium wavelengths. Blue cones, sensitive to short wavelengths. Every color you have ever seen is just a mathematical combination of these 3 channels firing at different intensities. Your brain operates exactly like a computer processing digital RGB color channels, creating color in the mind. Because we only have 3 receptor types, your brain has to decode overlapping signals to perceive mixed colors. Seeing yellow. Pure yellow light triggers both your red and green cones simultaneously. When your brain receives a combined signal from these 2 channels, it translates the data and tells your conscious mind, you are looking at yellow. Seeing purple. Your red and blue cones fire together while the green cones remain quiet. Seeing white. All 3 types of cones, red, green, and blue, are stimulated equally by a broad mix of light wavelengths. From eye to mind, processing the data. Once your cones absorb the light and categorize it by wavelength, they instantaneously convert that light energy into tiny electrical impulses. These electrical signals race down a thick cable of nerve fibers at the back of the eye, called the optic nerve. The optic nerve delivers this massive stream of data straight to the visual cortex located at the very back of your brain. Your brain acts like a supercomputer, instantly processing, decoding, and synthesizing the electrical data packets. In a fraction of a millisecond, it stitches the signals together to create the internal seamless masterpiece that you experience as vision.
Hey, do you know how your animated eyes actually see the bright colors of my pink outfit? Oh, light bounces off things and hits specialized receptors in our retina called cones. They turn the bouncing light into tiny electrical impulses instantly. exactly? We only have 3 types of color cones: red, green, and blue. When you look at these yellow flowers behind us, your red and green cones fire together to trick your brain into seeing yellow. So your brain is basically creating an internal masterpiece every single second. Science is magic, pretty amazing, right? Now you know exactly how we both see the world.
But wait, there's more. Since we have 2 eyes, each one actually sees a slightly different picture. Both eyes send them into one single image with depth. That's how we see the world in 3D.
Biological cameras of our body, the eyes, and how they work in the team to process the image that we can see in front of us. The first part of the eye is the cornea. Cornea protects our eye and helps us focus on the object. And next part is the iris. Iris is the colored part of the eye, where it works like a curtain, opening and closing the way the image enters. And next part is the pupil. Pupil is like a black hole which the image enters to land on the lens. The next part is the lens. Lens is the part where it works like a magnifying glass concentrating on the image. And the next part is the retina. Retina is like a screen where the image falls. And the next part is the optic nerve. Optic nerve takes the image to the brain, where it says what is the image and what color is it. This is the process how the human eye works. It is great. And we have many sense organs. Eye is the one of the sense organ. It helps us to see. Eye is very wonderful organ.
2 biological cameras working for you every single second of the day. Since you want to understand the mechanics behind this amazing process, let's look closer at how these parts work together to create the pictures you see in your mind. The journey of light, step by step. Think of the eye as a perfectly engineered system where every component has a specific job to prepare light for your brain. 1. The entry point, cornea. Light rays hit the curved, clear cornea first. Because it is curved, it starts bending, refracting the light inward immediately. 2. The light controller, iris and pupil. Once through the cornea, light passes through the pupil. The iris adjusts the pupil size like an aperture on a professional camera, ensuring that just the right amount of light enters. 3. The fine-tuner lens. The lens is flexible. Depending on whether you are looking at your phone, close up, or a mountain in the distance far away, the lens changes its shape, making itself thicker or thinner to make sure the light is perfectly focused on the back of the eye. 4. The conversion, retina. The retina acts like the sensor in a digital camera. It is covered in millions of light-sensitive cells called rods, which help us see in low light, and cones, which help us see colors and fine details. When light hits these cells, they trigger a chemical reaction that creates electrical signals. 5. The transmission, optic nerve. These electrical impulses travel along the optic nerve, which is essentially a high-speed data cable connected.
Eye is very wonderful organ. It is very important for our body. Okay, bye. Keep your eye clean next time. Don't insert sharp objects into your eye. See you soon.
Ooh, the way you see a kaleidoscope heart painted just for me. You catch the light on every gentle stream, living out my most kaleidoscopic dream. Ooh, what a beautiful gift to see the world with you. You make everything feel brand new.